Welcome back to Algebra with Miss Swartz. Today we're not doing anything too crazy. On Friday we just kind of reviewed a few basic things. Today we're going to look a little bit at what we were doing on Friday, add a couple other pieces so that we're ready to go when we start solving inequalities, which will be tomorrow. So graphing inequalities is really our main, graphing and writing, I guess I should say, inequalities is our main topic today. So first, if we look at this, representing linear inequalities, okay, it just gives you a breakdown. This would be in your journal, so I wouldn't worry too much about writing a ton of this down. It will be in your journal on page 30. So if you want to look at that. But here just is some pieces of information that might be good to see. So in words, x is less than 2. We have x and then a less than symbol. Shouldn't write that line underneath because that would be x is less than or equal to 2. But on a graph, you would have an open circle shaded to the left. And we have x is greater than 2, shaded to the right. X is less than or equal to 2. With that closed circle shaded to the left, and x is greater than or equal to 2, closed circle shaded to the right. So like I said, this first couple examples, there's nothing new because we actually did this in the bell work and we did this on Friday. So if we want to graph these inequalities, make our little number line, I always just go the number here in the middle and then one to the left and one to the right, just so I have a good piece. It is going to be an open circle and shaded to the right. So shade it that way because it is greater than -8. Okay. For E, doesn't change anything that it is a decimal. We could just go one to the left, one to the right. This time it's going to be a closed circle, and it is greater than or equal to, so shaded to the right again. So we did that on Friday. You'll have some homework over that where you're just graphing the inequality. Pretty simple, nothing crazy there. Okay. Then we also have to be able to write each sentence as an inequality. Okay, so you will have some of these on your homework where you're going to take a sentence and we're going to write it as an inequality. So it says a number w, which gives us our variable, minus 3.5 is less than or equal to -2. So we have to point out our math words. So obviously we have w, that's our variable, minus, that's a big math word, 3.5, okay. Now is where we maybe normally see equal to, but this in this case it's an inequality, so less than or equal to. So make sure you know the difference between greater than or less than -2. And that's all it's asking you to do. You don't have to solve it yet or anything. We're just writing the inequality. Okay, 3 is less than a number n. Okay, so we would have n minus 3. Okay, because it's less than this number n. Oops, that is way off. Sorry, erase that. Gotta read it like an inequality here. Don't let it get confuse you there. 3 is less than a number n plus 5. There we go. Okay, so is less than. You always kind of want to find that inequality piece on like I did at first. Okay. So inequality piece probably is greater than, so look for is, okay. So we have is greater than or equal to, so 0 is greater than or equal to twice a number x plus 1. So twice a number would be 2x plus 1. So you will need to be able to do that as well. Okay, this part's really important. So tell whether -4 is a solution of each inequality. Okay, so we have x plus 8 is less than -3. So what we're looking to be able to say is -4, does that make this inequality true? So is whatever over here less than -3? So let's plug in -4 here. Okay, so negative 4 plus 8 would be positive 4. Is positive 4 less than negative 3? Well, in this case, that is no. So your answer would be no. Okay, on this one, negative 4.5 times negative 4 is greater than negative 21. Well, without even actually doing this math, a negative times a negative is going to give you a positive number. Is a positive number going to be greater than a negative number? Yes. So this would be yes. So you'll have some of those problems on your homework. The last type of problem, you'll be looking at some graphs, and you're going to have to write an inequality that is represented by the graph. So the graphs show the height restrictions h in inches for 2 rides at an amusement park. It says write an inequality that represents the height restriction for each ride. Okay, so for ride A, we have a closed circle at 48. So 48 is going to be a big part of our inequality. Everything is shaded to the right, so everything is larger, right? So the height of somebody, if we call it h, is going to have to be greater than, could also be 48, or equal to 48. So this is for A. For B, okay, in this case we have an open circle at 52, so 52 is going to be big. Our height is the other thing we're talking about here. Everything is going down on this side, so everything is less than, so the height needs to be less than. Okay, is 52 included in that inequality? It is not, so we're not going to put a line underneath it. The height needs to be less than 52 for you to be able to ride that ride. So that's your last type of problem. All of these deal with just graphing and understanding inequalities. So hopefully at this point, kind of understand, okay, what a solution of an inequality looks like, what a solution set of an inequality looks like, okay? Kind of going back to this to talk about that a little bit. A solution of an inequality is going to make an inequality true. So that's a big thing to understand, okay? The solution set, and you can write this down because I know we're kind of backtracking. What happened to my pen there? Okay, is all of the numbers that make the inequality true. Okay, and we're going to talk about how to find the solution set tomorrow when we start solving inequalities. Today we're just graphing them and understanding what they are. Okay, so hopefully you understand kind of how to do each of those problems. Your homework is it in your journal, page 31 and 32, numbers 1 through 14. It's just all of them. Okay, that should be pretty simple, pretty straightforward to understand. If you have questions, make sure you get them answered. Have a great day.